Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Girl with Goals, and in this episode I'm gonna answer the most asked question, that is how to get brand collaborations. I have already made two particular videos on the basics of Instagram and how to create your content and how you can be eligible to that this video is really useful for you. You have to really watch those videos for the people who are very beginner at a very beginner level on Instagram, so that you can move on to the next level, which is brand collaboration. So in this video I'm going to talk about something which is very crucial in terms if you're looking at your Instagram page as a means to make money, and if you want to see how exactly the content you are creating is gonna help you make money on Instagram. So there are three steps which I'm gonna tell you all, and I'm going to be very brief about it. So if you have any detailed questions or you want to know more apart from the points which I've covered, please feel free to drop your messages or your emails on all the links which I've sent below, so that you can just get in touch with me from any of these platforms. So moving on to our first point, which is presentation. So for brand collaborations to really reach out to you and really know where you are creating your content, your page is something which is the first expression. So what you have to do is you have to maintain it like really well first of all, and the very best basic step to maintain this is your bio, because your bio will describe what niche you are creating the content for, how the brand who want to get in touch with you will get in touch with you. I'm just going to leave a picture of my bio here where I've explained what niche it is, which other platforms are creating. Like if I have a YouTube channel, I'm mentioning my YouTube link there. And third thing, which is how to get in touch with me, because that is really very important. You can even if you don't feel like leaving your contact number, you can actually leave your email ID, and believe me, a lot of brands have contacted me through email, which have been really fruitful collaborations. So that is the first point, that make your account very presentable, very reachable, so that if someone wants to get in touch with you, want to approach you, it is very easy for them. Now the second and the most important point is, many of the creators are always confused between if I'm charging less or I'm charging more. So to get the middle ground is, if you are a creator and you think that you don't know how much you want to tell the brand to charge you, for starters you can ask them their budget. So if their budget is something which is workable for you, it's great. If it's not, then you know what exact price you have to set for the new brand which is going to approach you. So this can be a guideline or a way to just start with your work. Obviously you don't want to charge so low that you don't feel like creating the video or creating the story which you are actually going to put efforts in making. So think about it, how much time you are going to invest, how much efforts you're going to invest, and then come up with a proper price range, you can say. And also a sub point in this point is, know your services. Now if you are a fashion blogger, you should definitely know that you're going to put out a video, or what is the need for the brand. If they want a video, or they want pictures, or they want like multiple pictures, multiple posts, multiple stories. So in this case, what you have to do is, you have to keep separate prices for each of the services which you're going to provide, and think about the rates when you are thinking about the service, in terms of the same thing, that the time and effort, how much is going to go in that. So I think you should be very confident about what exactly you're going to do. Even in the services, even if these people are contacting you through Instagram, which is generally where they contact us, because our content is there. So you can definitely know that you can tell them about other platforms also where you write, and include them in that budget, so that they will know that in one assignment they're covering multiple platforms. And I think that is the second point, which is really important according to me, because if you know what you are providing and you know what price to quote, nothing like it. Now the third point, which is like a after point of these 2 points, which is portfolio building. Now why portfolio building is really important? Because it helps you in your future collaborations. So your portfolio can be a simple social media kit wherein you just include all the links of like the collaborations which you have done earlier. Second thing, it can be a website, like a one-page website where you are putting out the logo of the company which you have worked for and what all exactly you provided them. Or third, simply a drive on a Google Drive. You can just put out the date of the collaboration or what exactly you provided them. Just all, like, the whole point of all these three things is that there should be one place where you know that you can send this link to someone, and then they'll know if they want to see some work which you have done earlier, so that they have a guideline whether you are suitable to work with them, or you are something which they are looking for. Because brands have different requirements in all the activities they are doing, in the collaborations they are doing. So if your idea and their idea matches, then that is something which will be very easy for them to understand as well while onboarding you. So I think that is the third point, which is portfolio building, and that is the most neglected point. And I too do that, but I'm trying in, like, at least to get as much as data which I have done earlier, worked with, so that if in future anyone approaches me and wants to see something which I've done before, I have it just like a click away. So that is something which is very important. Now these 3 points are something which I wanted to put forth and which are very important if you want to go ahead with a brand collaboration. Now these are some vague points which I would like to tell you, creator to creator. One is that if you're doing something, never do it for free. Now because obviously if you're starting out and you just want to experiment and you want to do it on barter basis, that's completely fine. But when you reach at a level and you actually want the value for your like whatever videos you're creating or pictures you're creating, you should definitely not do it on a barter system. But it's completely on you, it's actually a personal choice. But this is something which I've learned through experience, and I think you should like give it some time to think about it. And another point which I wanted to tell you is that maybe the brand which you're working with is very classy, is something which everyone knows, and you don't have a doubt there that they are going to pay your money. But I would definitely like to add this point is, if there is a certain amount of money involved, please try and convince them to give half of the amount before the work has actually started, or that you have agreed that you want to go ahead with the collaboration. This will help to keep the trust between you and them, because you will be motivated to create the content because you have no tension about the money which is gonna come in. And then the later part, even the brand is tension free, because they now know that you have the idea of what exactly you are doing, you're confident about what you're doing, and they know that you know how to deal with this situation. So even if there are some brands who are not coordinative enough in their team itself regarding payments, because I swear I have had a lot of experiences like that, and from then I am just going on advanced basis. So that is something which is like a additional tip which I wanted to do. And I have been getting these questions on my YouTube comment on Instagram stories, so I thought I'll just go ahead and make this video, and I wanted to keep it very simple and short. So thank you so much for all those questions. It really gives me a guideline on what exactly you guys want to know from me, and I'm more than glad to like share my experience with you. So I hope this video has helped you in some manner, and I know that even after this video there will be a lot of doubts in your mind which are very niche specific, because obviously these rules apply a little differently to fashion industry, to food industry, to travel industry. So if you want to know something very specific about your own niche or what you create, please leave your Instagram handles, YouTube channels in the comments below, and leave your question below, so that I will definitely come back and answer your questions. And I think these sit down videos are really great. We get to talk like very briefly and very precisely about what exactly you guys are looking at. And if you liked this video, and if you like the topic of this video, it was helpful for you, please leave a like on this video. Also, please subscribe to my channel Girl with Goals, and until next time, stay tuned to Girl with Goals.